From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz and Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Feels like 2 degrees right now. It is going to drop this afternoon. Going to feel like -6, cloudy, windy, chance of flurries.
Bro, it was windy out this morning.
And raining.
Yeah, a lot of rain.
And this is the time of year where, like, it's cold in your car or hot in your car, and you just can't match on your windshield. It gets all foggy and stuff, and you can't
It doesn't
get rid of the
happen in
fog.
my car. That only happens in yours.
Why doesn't it happen in yours?
I don't know.
Maybe you don't know how to use the heating and all the controls in your car.
I know how to ride my dials, baby.
I don't know how to ride my dial.
No, it shows. I don't know what that means, but it sounded funny, right?
It really did.
I have no idea. I don't know what that
Funny
meant.
joke.
But it sounded like a great diss.
Bravo.
Yeah. No, I don't have that. I don't have that problem where I get all fogged up. I get condensation problems. Sometimes I had that last week, but other than that, no, smooth.
What, like
sailing, baby.
water's pooling in your car?
No, not in my
Pooling?
car. Pooling?
Do you understand what condensation means?
Yeah, pooling.
No.
No, it doesn't.
That's not. No.
Like, we have condensation on the windows of our condo, and it
So is your
creates,
condo
like-
flooded then?
No, but on the
Okay,
on the
so it's not
windows.
pooling.
No, but on the
Yeah.
windowsill, there's water that pools. There's like puddles.
Sure, yeah, but you got to fix that, man. You shouldn't
It's a
have
humidity problem.
Yeah,
We bought little humidifiers. We stick them in the window. They don't do a thing.
humidifiers
Or dehumidifiers.
I was going to say this. I can guarantee you I know what the problem is.
Yeah, solved. Case closed, Watson. Another one.
Man, I'd be so rich if I was your HVAC guy.
Call the mayor. Solve that one in record time.
Man, my invoices would be so high.
Could you imagine if you got paid to solve all Maury's problems?
Oh, my
You'd be
God.
so wealthy.
I would have been retired by now.
Retired. Retired.
I'd have staff.
Oh.
I'd have staff.
Like,
I'd be like, this is the only account that we have.
You really
And
could.
the only one that we need.
Uh-huh. The switch was off. The other one makes the water hot.
That'd be $700, sir.
Yeah.
Plus labor.
This one's for the left foot. This one's for the right. Case closed.
Oh, man. Anyway, so
Yeah.
the condo's fine then.
No.
Oh.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Helluva Story.
Brock in Kingston, Ontario. How are you? It's Razamoka.
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys?
Good, man.
Brock, welcome to Razamoka's Helluva Story. Where and when does your Helluva Story take place?
Okay, so we're going to go back to the year 2002 when I was about 8 years old. Oakville, Ontario.
Okay.
Sheridan College specifically, if you guys are familiar.
Yeah, my brother went to Sheridan College.
Okay, so my dad worked at Sheridan for many years. And I don't know if you remember back in 2002, the Queen of England, she was coming across Canada doing one of her big tours, like she was like the Tragically Hip or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what did your old man do for Sheridan College? He was a professor?
He was a maintenance guy.
Okay, so your old man was working at Sheridan College in Oakville, and the Queen was doing one of her big tours that the Royals always do when they show up in their white gloves, and then everybody in Canada loses their mind, and we all kiss their ass and all this other stuff, right?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what happened?
I was in like the second grade. My dad was like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm going to pull you out of school. You might have a chance to meet the Queen. So
Yeah.
he pulls me out of school, and I kind of like hang around all day. And I'm standing in a crowd amongst, like it seems like thousands of people, and all of a sudden he comes running and he grabs me. And we sneak off into what I'm pretty sure is like the college bar that they had turned into like to make it look like some sort of fine dining facility.
Like the pub?
Yeah, the pub. I'm pretty sure it's called the Cage or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we instantly just start stealing the plates and the forks and the knives that she had there, amongst napkins, and basically anything that the Queen touched. We stole that day.
You and your old man?
Me and my old man.
And you're 8 years old?
Okay,
So hold on.
respect that.
So the Queen and her squad, like they had gone to the Cage,
yeah.
right? The Sheridan College bar, the pub, and they ate, and then they left, and you and your father went and stole all the dining ware and cutlery?
Oh, yeah, we like Ocean's 11, that whole thing.
Okay.
Like, we were in and out so quick, nobody even knew. But guys, that's not even the best part.
Oh.
So when the Queen goes anywhere, apparently they have to install, like, a toilet specifically for her.
What do you mean?
And this is, they had to install a toilet, like, just for the Queen's arrival at Sheridan College.
Like a brand new toilet in an existing bathroom, or they had to build a whole new bathroom?
They had to build a whole new bathroom for the Queen.
God.
Like,
What?
and you can ask anyone, you can ask your listeners, anyone who's gone to Sheridan College can vouch for me on this. There's a washroom that people know is the Queen's washroom.
Yeah.
Is a huge ordeal for my family because my dad got my mom to help design it. They went out and they picked out the toilet. They picked out the whole decor for everything. So after we borrowed the cutlery and everything like that, we went upstairs. And my dad grabbed the toilet seat that we're like 90% sure the Queen used that day, and we took that too.
Oh, bro.
Hold on. What kind of toilet? Is it like a fancy toilet, like, or just like a straight up from Home Depot, like American Standard?
You know what? It actually is an American Standard.
Yeah. Okay. So wait a second. So your old man, right? Now is your old man like a fan of the Queen, or is your old man an opportunist?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, I guess.
Okay. So I get this. Like, I get the opportunist aspect of all of this, right? Where, hey, maybe this might be worth something someday. This might be, this toilet seat and cutlery right here might be my ticket out of middle class.
Sure.
Like, I understand that mentality from a dad's point of view, right? So you guys get the cutlery, and he lifts the toilet seat out of the bathroom that he had to build, that they had built specifically for the Queen. So where is this stuff now?
Oh, the toilet seat we have hanging down in my father's basement. He lives in like Wasaga now.
Yeah.
Like,
okay,
and people keep deer heads on the wall. Boys, we got the toilet seat right there, right behind the bar.
Is it in a frame, or is it just like you put like a nail in the wall and then just hung the seat on that?
I wish I could tell you it's framed. No, it's a nail. Well, it's actually a screw, but whatever.
Okay, so the cutlery now, right? Was that ever cleaned, or is it still dirty from 2002?
Still in a Ziploc bag that we keep. We keep in a drawer.
Yeah.
Has not been cleaned. So technically we could clone her. I don't know. Maybe.
But you don't even know if the specific cutlery you have.
Oh, we know.
Oh.
She was sitting at the head of the table.
Oh.
We made sure of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Wow. Did she finish everything she ate?
I mean, there was still some scraps around. We didn't take the food, guys. We're not that weird.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn. So the Queen's bathroom still exists there at Sheridan College, and people are allowed to use it, no problem? Or is it like a piece of history
I think
now?
it's one of those things like if you know, you know.
So there's no sign.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a sign that it's like the Queen once pooped here or something, you know?
Wow. Do you think she went number 2?
Probably.
Eating all that pub food, right? You go for you go for dinner to a place called the Cage. You're going to number 2 before you leave the building.
Yeah, you have
We've all read the book. Everybody poops, all right?
the fish and chips from there. Wow.
Now the best part is I did end up meeting her at the end of this day too. So
you did.
I did. I'm not, hand to God, not lying. My dad rushes all this stuff to his office. Then he quickly brings me out to the front of Sheridan College where there's a bunch of people waiting by a limo. He plops me as the last person by the limo. Some lady gives me flowers, and I don't know, it was on CTV or something back in the day. I have a screenshot of me giving the Queen the flowers. She shook my hand, told me I was a cute young man, and on her merry way she went.
Wow, dude.
Damn,
what a day.
bro.
What a day.
Holy, committing robbery and meeting the Queen.
Number one dad, right?
Number one dad, man. I love those dad stories.
Brock,
so great.
That was quite the adventure and one hell of a story. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Take care,
on,
brother.
man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Argos! Grey Cup celebration took place yesterday at Maple Leaf Square. Damn it, Maury was there.
Maury almost passing away right now. Can't even yell Argos without wheezing.
Maury was out there talking
Picture
to fans.
Of health, hanging out with athletes.
Including Argos MVP, Enoch Muamba. It's great.
We won the cup! We won the cup! We won the cup!
Why was it important for you to be here today to celebrate the Argos?
Well, we've been watching them all season. We've watched them overcome all kinds of obstacles, and it's just amazing to be here, getting ready to hoist the cup.
We're celebrating the Argos, the rally, the trophy's going to be here, the cup's going to be here. How do you feel?
I feel great. I shouldn't be here, but I feel great. Supposed to be at work.
But you know what? They should give you the day off.
Yeah. This team means everything to me. This team has meant so much to me all the time.
And the what?
Just love the Argos.
Dude, all right, I think there's only one way to celebrate the Argos win, and it's for you to blow that darn horn.
Oh, God.
How cool is this? What did it mean to you?
Jeez.
Awesome! We won the cup! We are the underdogs, but right now, we are the champs! Let's go, Toronto Argos!
Okay.
Here he comes, the MVP, most valuable Canadian, Enoch Muamba. How are you?
Doing great.
Oh, my God. Dude, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm just blessed to be here amongst a sea of blue.
I love a sea of blue.
I love a sea of blue.
What an incredible victory. So super cool. But who was the first person you texted or called after the win?
Man, I try to find my wife. I remember, they were leading me to the stage because they were about to give me the trophies. And I was just screaming around, where's my wife? Where's my wife? And my voice is still gone from the game.
The entire country saw your emotion, when you're given, there's the Grey Cup, 2 trophies, and you're bawling, and the emotion was absolutely palpable. You're a cute crier, not an ugly crier.
Man, listen, so we got to put this out there. I thought it was pretty ugly. I didn't know how bad it was looking.
Why did you know it was not an ugly cry?
Oh, man, I'll take that compliment. But I looked at one of my teammates, Sean Oakman. He wears number 2, and he was bawling. And I was like, oh, my goodness, I hope my face is not looking like his. I started looking at pictures. I was like, oh, my gosh. But, it was genuine. It was real.
These fans, it's cold here. So many fans, hundreds of fans.
It's not cold enough.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm freezing. So hundreds of fans came out for this rally today to celebrate you guys. What do you want to say to the fans?
It's super special, but I want to say a huge thank you. A huge thank you, man. We don't do what we do for no reason, but this is the reason why we do it. We went to Regina and we were able to do that. All we were thinking about were our fans, our supporters, and for them to show out the way that they did, man, we just hope that we made them proud.
Where's the ring?
Man, it can't be that fast. It's a process. We got to.
I wanted to see the ring.
We got to design it first and everything. So we'll get to that.
Very good. Congratulations. Canada loves you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody.
Argos! The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello.
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I could be better.
Okay. Stop everything. What's your name?
Lena.
How old are you, Lena?
I'm 24.
Lena sent this text. Hey, Roz and Mocha. I took a shot this morning and asked this guy out that I liked, and I got shut down.
No.
I could really use a pick-me-up. So, Lena, first of all, sending you a ton of love.
Oh, thank you.
Keep that head up. So, who's the guy? How long have you known him? And what made you decide to shoot your shot right now?
Okay, so basically, I work as a manager at a bakery. And the guy is actually one of our suppliers. He's the delivery driver.
Okay.
So I've known him for maybe 8 months now. Mm-hmm. And I was involved with somebody else for a while, but recently just got out of that relationship 3 months ago. And so within the last 3 months, we've kind of been flirting a little bit, and we've chit-chatted and got to know each other a little bit more. And then I found out from my boss that we'd actually might switch suppliers come the new year. Oh. So after Christmas, this guy would be no longer. So I'm it's kind of a now or never thing.
Yep.
And I didn't really want to break the professional boundary because I don't try to mix work and personal life. But because we are probably switching, I was okay, if I'm going to do this, now's the time. So I just asked him this morning, like the last few weeks I've been kind of like laying the groundwork to try to get a feel of like, is this one-sided? Yeah. Is this whatever? And then, so this morning I asked him if he was single, and I asked him, you know, if I could maybe give him my number. And he basically said that he is single, but he's kind of married to his work. He works 6 days a week. The one day that he has off, he uses it for a lot of like, you know, stuff around the house, and he's got a lot on his plate with his family and like the company that
he said all of
for.
this?
Jeez.
He really doesn't want to go out with you.
Oh my God, dude.
Well, thanks, Roz.
She's already feeling bad about herself.
I'm just saying, okay, you don't start going through the laundry list.
You're
right?
not giving your weekly schedule.
You have my eczema, like that is like guys will just excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse to instead of doing the one thing you should do and that guys have the hardest part doing, which is just simply telling the truth. Right. And he was probably trying to maybe spare your feelings, but I find it weird that you guys were flirty. And like when you say flirty, like give us an example of flirty.
Like playful banter where we would have like, he'd tell me about like his work, and then like I'd tell him about like some of like my work issues, and then it would just cross into that, how's your day going? Like he'd ask me about like, how was your weekend? Like last week, I was telling him about one of my staff members and how like we had not an incident, but like she ended up crying at work, and he's like, wow, what a like hateful manager you are. You're making your staff cry, and just was like extremely poke fun to the point where I'm like, he's definitely flirting.
But maybe he was just being friendly.
This is you as a woman should be well aware of this situation, okay? Which is why can't I just be nice to somebody without them thinking that I'm flirting?
Oh, no, I am fully aware. Like I said, it's just the rapport between us has been different the last month-ish versus the last 8 months.
And you didn't know, and you just wanted to shoot your shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of the person that it's like, you don't know until you ask.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. And I think that very few people do what you did. I think that it's so rare these days for somebody to sort of build that rapport and then build the courage that it takes to walk up to somebody and look them in the face and ask them out and risk rejection to your face. We're so used to swiping and just unfriending and blocking and all this stuff. It takes super courage what you did.
Wait, so Lena, now with only a few weeks left of 2022, do you still have to like on the daily or every other day or at least on a weekly basis see this guy?
Yeah, like I have to see him like once a week.
You took your shot.
Yeah, and we will applaud you for that,
right?
Okay? Because
no shame in that. No shame whatsoever.
Years ago, one of the great things about doing this show was we would talk to so many people on a Monday where they would have stories similar to this, where they took their shot over the weekend and it either worked out or it didn't work out. But getting to know people through that sort of vulnerable moment in their lives was something that we miss greatly because we don't get those stories anymore. We don't get somebody who, sort of started flirting with somebody that was at work or like sort of close to work or whatever it was and built that rapport, and then you build the confidence and you build the courage and you sit around for like a day and a half figuring out exactly what you're going to say and how you're going to say it, and then you crash and burn. We don't have these conversations anymore, and I miss them. So thank you so much for bringing this back to the show.
Hey, Lena, before we let you go, working at a bakery, you make a lot of dough?
Not as much as I'd like, to be honest.
I had that joke ready to go.
I'm actually surprised that I was even able to have this conversation because the idea of, flirting with somebody and asking them out and being rejected is just so foreign to me that I'm surprised with myself. I'm surprised with myself that I even had something to say.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So applaud me. Yay,
No.
Roz.
Love you lots, Lena.
Yay, Roz.
Thanks very much. Have a great day.
Before I lose you guys, can I tell you like who's my favorite is?
Yeah, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
So this is like a little bit of a complicated answer, but like I've been thinking about this for so long because I've been binging the podcast and like I just surpassed episode 100.
Okay. By the way, just so you know, Roz has like so much confidence right now. He's like literally bouncing in his chair and has the biggest smile on his face.
Honestly, like the more like I've thought about it, Roz is my favorite because he's just like filled with like so much advice. I relate to him. Like the way that I was raised is very similar to like the views that Roz has. So a lot of like the advice that he gives and the things that he says and like his opinions on things are very similar to my own.
Girl,
and then
have
also,
this phone call. He was dissing you so hard.
I know. But then that's part of the reason why I love Roz so much. And then like also Roz is just like my type. So like I'm trying to find a Roz, but like now.
Go for it. Shoot your shot right now. Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for
Shoot
it.
your shot. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like, Roz, come on. Like I know that you love to cook, but like I can match you in the kitchen. Like I'm a professional chef.
Girl, I got this ingrown toenail I got to take care of. It's going to take like a while.
Keep trying,
like, at least
Lena.
after the
Roz, you're not married yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like this is possibility doesn't mean I can't do her.
Love you lots, Lena. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Cole, it's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Damn, man, you sound super young. How old are you?
I'm 21.
So what's going on? What happened?
So basically, I'm a new dad, and I kind of just really screwed up.
Okay.
I made a huge mistake, I guess.
Huge mistake. So you wrote us this, Cole. Roz and Mocha fixed my life. I just had a newborn baby, and I'm engaged to my fiance. However, I've cheated on my fiance not once, but 5 times. Also, not physically. I texted girls and was caught 5 times while she was pregnant. Now I'm kicked out of our apartment, but we are working towards fixing things for our relationship and for our daughter. Any suggestions on how I can make things better with her? Wow. How old are you? You're what, 21?
That is correct.
How
We're
old-
both 21.
You're both 21, and how old's the baby?
6 months, December 13th.
Who are the girls? Who are the girls that you were texting? Like friends of yours?
No, they were just like random people, and whenever I did it, it was mostly like I was just drinking.
Okay, but when you say random people, like where did you meet them? Like through an app, through Instagram, through Snapchat? Where?
I'd say it would have been like Instagram or something like that, or Snapchat. That was like where she would have found it.
Okay, and what were you saying to these girls? These girls obviously didn't know that you were about to be a father, and didn't know that you were engaged.
I was correct, yeah. So what I was doing was I was like in like flirty talk. So like I guess I was saying like certain things that were not right to be saying to another female while in a relationship, especially while being engaged.
Okay, and you were the one that always started the conversation, or would they start the conversation and you just kept it going?
It was me.
And so your fiance saw all these, right?
Correct.
Okay, and then you probably freaked out, right?
Yep, I kind of denied it at first, but then afterwards I owned up to it.
So was this like all at once 5 times? Like she caught you talking to 5 different women, or she caught you once, you said you'd never do it again, then you did it again. She caught you again, then you did it again. So this was 5 different times?
It was all like, for example, I go like 3 months, and then I wouldn't do it, and then it's like I drink one night and then boom.
Okay, so first of all, you got to stop drinking then, dude.
Yes.
Okay, like it's not the texting, it's the drinking, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So now, when she reads this, and not that it matters in any way, but when she reads this, is she reading you writing other women stuff like "you look hot," or is she reading stuff like "oh my God, what I would do," or is she reading stuff like "do you think you would"?
All of it.
All of it? Oh my God.
So you're like you are basically you are writing stuff that she read where it seemed like you were actively trying to hook up with these girls.
Correct. And that's why so on the 3rd occasion, she thought I actually did.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Now the reason why she thought I did was because of the way the texts were situated. So that's why it seemed like I did.
Have you sent any of those girls like nudes or anything like that, or received from them?
Yeah, were there pictures?
I've never sent, but I've received.
Now, were you asking for them?
Thank you. That was going to be my question.
No, I wouldn't say I was asking. It was more like it just, like the flirtation talk just kind of got to it.
So what would you say that would then entice them or have them respond with a pic?
So basically I would just blunt out say, like, because I was drunk and I didn't care. I was just like, you trying to, and that was it. And then it would just go from there. And then the conversation would just get larger and larger and larger and larger. And then because I pass out drunk, my fiance would check.
Okay.
Yeah,
So wait a second. So you would pass out drunk and she would just like look at your phone like what you were doing while you were hammered?
Correct.
Bro.
Okay, so Cole, you messed up, bro. Big time. You're going to get zero sympathy from us over here. Number one, stop drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Is this a problem? Like, I mean...
It's a problem for something.
Yeah. Is it? Like, are you drinking excessively?
I need help with it.
Okay,
I need help with it.
So you recognize that. Are you getting the help? Have you started that journey yet?
To be honest, I can't afford it. I don't even... I look around for programs and they just, like... They don't want to help.
Bro, find somebody who's been there. Go to a meeting.
My dad is really big on it with me, and so is my mom.
Yeah.
Which is
it's honestly you don't need some sort of like inpatient treatment. The first thing you can do is just go a day without drinking.
Yeah.
And it's hard as hell.
I have been.
Okay.
Which I can say that, and we have been seeing each other, which is going really well. And she notices that I've been like changing as well, so that's the good news.
You need to not make this about I got caught texting and flirting. If you want to show her that this isn't going to happen again, it's not your word that you're not going to start texting people, and asking for nudes. What you need is you need to tell her that you're not going to drink.
I agree.
And also, do me a favor, Cole, just for the next little while, delete all those apps off your phone.
Yeah, social media is not worth it because at the end of the day, like it just causes
it's
trouble.
not it's not the app.
Yeah.
Delete them. Yes, delete them. Delete them. It's not the app, it's you.
You have a 6-month-old daughter that needs her father and needs her father to be like in a good space.
Yeah.
To be able to raise her, to be able to provide for her.
Find somebody you can talk to who's been there. That's step one, man, right? Well, sorry, step one is admitting you have a problem.
Yes. That is the biggest problem.
And then you gotta find somebody who's been there, who can help you through this, that you can call.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right, buddy.
brother.
All the best, man.
All right, all the best. You guys have a great one.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Breaking news.
What's that?
1 month till Christmas Day.
Is that really breaking?
Wouldn't it be?
No. It's not like today was unexpected.
No, but I think it's unexpected that people know it's the 25th.
No, but you don't say break. You break news when something is like happening right now in the moment.
That's exactly what breaking news is.
No, but this is not breaking news. The date?
No, that it's 1 month till Christmas, not the date.
But you're breaking the news that it's November 25th is your breaking news, which we all knew was coming forever.
Yeah, but did you know it was today?
Yes.
Did you also know that it was 1 month till Christmas?
Yes.
Do you assume
everybody does?
Do you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Breaking news.
Yeah. Fully.
I thought that was cool.
Cool, man.
It got me festive.
That says so much more.
What, that I'm loving and warm and fuzzy?
No, it says so much that you think that figuring out all on your own that today was November 25th is cool.
You know when I thought about this?
When?
This morning in the shower, and I'm like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do breaking news.
Yeah, I bet you we could go back in the history of the show, Maury, where you do the same thing every single year. Where you say the same thing every single year, and every year you surprise yourself with it. And it's so entertaining to watch. Every year. Oh my God, guys, 1 month till Christmas. My favorite is when it's like the summer, and he's like, guys, 6 months till Christmas.
Oh, every June.
You get angry at that point.
Every June 24th, he mentions 6 months until Christmas Eve, and then June 25th.
I know, he doesn't even do 6 months till Christmas. He does 6 months till Christmas Eve. Who the hell cares about that? How is that relevant to anybody?
Why didn't you do that breaking news yesterday?
Because it's not relevant to anybody.
Well, then why do you do 6 months until Christmas Eve when you do that in June?
Because I'm worried that I'm going to forget the next day that it's Christmas Day.
Interesting. So breaking news.
Although I would say some people care about Christmas Eve because they'll have their dinner then.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, people care. I'm not saying people don't care about Christmas Eve. But also I'm saying people don't care about Christmas Eve in June.
People eat dinner every night.
I mean, I'm the biggest fan of Christmas. So anything I can celebrate about Christmas,
I don't think you're the biggest.
No. I don't know if you're the biggest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to Mariah, sure.
Well, no,
We
but
love
I would,
No.
I would say there's a lot of people that are bigger
You're
fans.
a fan of Christmas. You're allowed to be a fan.
Yeah.
But you can't come in here
And be like,
I'm the biggest. Then
Yeah.
prove it. Show us the receipts.
yeah. What makes you the biggest fan of Christmas?
That, I'm
That you
excited
like
to
it.
put up-
That,
that I
you're
like it,
excited.
yes. I'm excited to put up the tree.
So what we've learned now is Maury likes Christmas.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello.
I just saw a picture of Owen Wilson dressed up as, I guess they're doing a movie sort of based off Bob Ross.
Really?
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Wait, is he playing Bob Ross?
I think he's playing a version. His name isn't Bob Ross, but he looks exactly like Bob Ross, and it's a guy named Carl Nargle. Who has hosted the top painting show in Vermont for nearly 3 decades, they say, according to the plot summary. But if you look at Owen Wilson, they've dressed him up to look identical to Bob Ross.
Oh, come on. This is Bob Ross. I'm looking at this photo right now. Like everything about Owen Wilson here is Bob Ross. Like the pants,
yes,
the belt, the shirt, right?
Yes.
But I guess they don't want to say Bob Ross because then people are going to think it's some sort of biography.
I
The
guess.
beard, the
I
hair,
guess.
everything
You know
about
what I
this
did?
is
You know
Bob
what I
Ross.
didn't know? That when
What?
Bob Ross died, he was only 52.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Died in 1995 at 52.
I always thought Bob Ross was black.
Did you really?
That's the
or
hair.
like half? Or
Yeah,
something?
mix. Yeah, the hair.
Huh.
Yeah.
Was he famous when he was alive or more famous after?
I mean, I used to watch Bob Ross when he was alive.
When did he die?
95. I used to watch Bob Ross when we were in high school. We'd
think
always come
I-
home and people would be like, "Oh my God, you Bob Ross, Bob Ross."
I only started learning about him after when there was like the chia pet of him.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Bob Ross was like a cultural icon when on PBS when like I was in high school. People were like obsessed with Bob Ross.
I only
That's why I
knew
find it
of-
funny. My kid is now obsessed with Bob Ross.
I only knew
right?
Bob Ross I think maybe after he died.
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
started-
no. We always used to watch Bob Ross. So it said the film centers around Carl Nargle, who has hosted the top painting show in Vermont for nearly 3 decades. This, according to the plot summary. The station, however, hires a new painter to revitalize the channel, and Carl starts debuting his talents as a painter. Paint was written and directed by Britt Adams, who is making his feature film directorial debut. And
See,
that's
Bob
really
Ross
all
was
they
from
say.
Daytona Beach, so even they changed where this character's from.
Yeah. Well, no, but he didn't paint. That's not where he worked, though.
It
He
says
didn't-
that's
he
where he
didn't-
lived. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. The Battle of the Painters, huh?
Yeah, there's a
So it's a
great-
comedy? It's a comedy?
I guess
It's gotta
so.
be.
Yeah. It has to be. It has to be a comedy. But anyway, he looks just like Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how much he looks like Bob Ross.
This is exact.
God, that hair. So many white guys had that hair back then, huh?
But good casting, though. He could do a good Bob Ross voice.
Yeah.
But-
Anyway, he looks great.
So
He looks
even
great.
in this photo that we're all seeing here, right? Where
Yeah.
he looks like Bob Ross.
just like Bob.
Do you think, to Maury's point, where Maury said Owen Wilson could sound like him, do you think that he will try to do
Of
that voice?
Or very similar, yes. But it's
Yeah.
it's weird with Owen Wilson because Owen Wilson has such a distinct voice and way of speaking. Right,
Lightning
that
McQueen.
he's still going to sound like Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Yeah. Wow. Right? Yes.
He does so good.
Wow. It's, you know what sucks about Owen Wilson is he does too many movies with that guy that I don't like, that director that I don't like.
Who?
I don't know. That guy who does all those weirdo movies like
God, bro, narrow it down.
I can't. I shouldn't have to narrow it down. You should know what I mean. Owen Wilson always in the movies with the guy who does all the movies I hate. Google that. Who's
the
the
Wedding Crashers director?
No, that's not him. No, he does all those movies. All those movies with that director that I don't like. I can't stand his. Catherine loves the movies, and she's always like, "Oh my God, this is so brilliant." And I watch it, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm so bored. I hate them all."
Like Royal Tenenbaums?
Yes. What's that guy's name? I don't like his. I don't have that thing where I can enjoy his movies. He did like Royal Tenenbaums. He did that movie with Steve.
Oh, Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson. Oh my God, I don't like a Wes Anderson movie, man. Don't have that in me.
Oh, this guy looks like a huge nerd.
People love Wes Anderson movies. But yeah, like Royal
Isle
Tenenbaums.
of Dogs, he did. French Dispatch.
I didn't like.
Mr. Fox.
Didn't like Fox. I didn't like The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I didn't like that movie. I didn't like any of those movies.
Yeah, I don't know any of these.
No, it's not for me. It's not for me.
Is he doing this one?
No, I don't think so. No, I just said he was directing it. But anyway, looking forward to that, I guess.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How's everybody?
Really good now.
So good today.
Shem, you good?
Always, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the best dinner last night.
What'd you have?
I had the festive special.
Oh, yeah, it's a good dinner.
I had a good dinner, too.
It's
What'd you
even
have, Shem?
good like the next day, like if you keep it in the fridge.
Yeah. What'd you have, Shem?
Shem, as we're talking about dinner,
Yeah.
Shem, right before you said, what did you have, Shem? Shem was already licking his lips.
Really? There's still some on there? My man. What'd you have?
I had sweet and sour chicken.
Oh.
I had hargao. You guys know what hargao is?
No. What's that?
Like a pork dumpling.
Oh, yeah. My God. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, I had, and then I went to the sushi spot, which was really good.
Huh?
Yeah, man, it was great.
Were you on a date?
No, I was out with I was out with two friends.
Two guy friends?
Two guy friends.
Oh, okay.
We enjoyed ourselves.
I don't
So-
even have two guy friends.
So when you were, that's why you weren't there, Maury. So when you were out, when you go out with two guy friends, were they single too or no?
They are. One of them is single. Yeah.
So were you
But
guys
the one who's
like-
not single,
Yeah.
when he's
guy.
out.
That's
Okay,
your
but when
guy.
he's out, does he act single?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Come on now. Don't watch.
You,
Listen,
you
man.
expect me
can't-
to snitch?
Oh, yeah, no,
What are you doing?
on,
What are you
man.
doing, man? You know
Bro
how popular this
code.
show is? You can't. Bro code.
Bro code,
Come on now.
man.
You've already said too much, Shem. You've already said
All you
said
had to
too
do
much.
is say no.
So is that still part of the part? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just had to say no. That's it. That's it.
You're in trouble, Shem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you do
It's
that?
so easy. It's so easy. So when you're out and you're with your single friends, is that part of the night, like flirting and stuff like that, or no? Is that reserved for like other nights? Like tonight's going to be a night where we go out and flirt. Tonight's just about this, or is it hard to separate the two?
Not hard to separate the two.
Okay.
Every night, I think, honestly, has the potential for a little flirting.
Really?
Whether
I
it's
think
with a
you plan
waitress.
ahead, like at this time we're gonna flirt.
No, there's no planning involved. You kind of go with the game plan. Sometimes we'll.
But like
oh
if
my God.
but if you're going out and somebody says, "Hey, let's go to this spot," and you know right away whether that's going to be a place that's going to right away whether you're going to be flirting or not, right?
Yeah. You do your recon.
And so do you dress accordingly? Like if you know it's not going to be like a big flirt night, you're not wearing like your flirt sweater?
I made sure I got a haircut last night.
Okay.
Because I knew I was going out.
Okay.
Right? And because listen, you got to be prepared for those situations,
do,
right?
man.
You can't just go there looking scrubby and looking like a bum. You don't know who you could run into.
No, you got to Boy Scout it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then what do you like? Cool Water, Armani Code, what?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Armani Code.
Water. What is this? 98.
What is this?
Obsession, right?
Yeah,
Nah.
Calvin Klein?
Fahrenheit.
Versace blue.
Versace blue.
Light blue. Yeah, the light blue.
Okay.
What is the response you get from Versace light blue? And what's the difference between Versace blue and Versace light blue?
Oh, like the knees buckle.
Really, huh?
Let me tell you something, man. When I drop a little cocoa butter,
Yeah.
a little Versace blue, obviously deodorant.
Yeah.
So how many knees buckled last night?
Well, mine didn't.
Please.
A couple pairs.
Yeah, a couple pairs.
Okay, Sean. Freaking liar. Such a liar.
Pairs. So where do you put the cocoa butter? Where do you put the Armani blue?
So the Armani, this is Versace blue, by the way.
Sorry,
not Armani. Come on now.
My bad.
Don't discredit my cologne.
Jeez. Jesus.
Okay, so I spray
I'm
and I
going to
walk
tell you right
into
now,
it.
I am not going to feel bad for mixing up Versace and Armani. Okay, so you can just stop with that right now. I'm never
This is
going
like
to
the
feel.
most douchebag conversation we've ever had.
I'm trying so hard to not be douchey. But let's just recap. Shem, when you're out for sushi looking to flirt, where do you put the cocoa butter? Where do you put the Versace?
In all the places that it needs to be.
Oh, here we go.
You know?
Here we go.
Make sure I'm smooth, man, in all the right places.
Oh, jeez. I've never said that to myself.
What?
No.
The smoothest.
Yeah, I need to be
all the
smooth in all the
right
right places. I've never. I've never said that. So was it a success?
It was a fantastic night. I will be there again next Saturday.
Oh! The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You guys know that that gummy bear company, Haribo?
No.
With the gold packaging?
Nope.
If I showed you a picture, you would know.
Nope.
I promise.
Guarantee I won't. Nope.
This company.
No.
See that packaging?
No.
You never see
seen it
that at the
before.
grocery
No.
store? Well, you
No.
never go down the candy
I don't.
aisle.
I've never. I looked at the candy aisle like for the first time like this year. Didn't even. I was shocked that it was there. I had to go
What do
and
you
get
mean?
something specific. I didn't know because it's right across the hall, the aisle from I believe in my grocery store, the tuna.
Oh, okay. So what were you looking for in the candy aisle?
I had to go and find something that I needed. I don't remember what it was, but I needed something for something, or the girls needed something as an ingredient for something they were baking
sprinkles
or
or
whatever.
something?
Yeah, and I had no idea where the candy was. I was like, grocery stores have candy?
Usually with the baked
Right?
goods.
What do you
Yeah. No, I had no idea. I'd never seen it before, and I was like, wow, they got a lot of stuff.
So this guy in Germany, the reason why I bring up this company is because it has to deal with this guy who's walking down the street in Germany, and he sees this little piece of paper just like on the ground, just like fluttering around in the wind.
Touched it?
Yeah, so he picks it up,
Yeah.
and it's a check made out to this company,
The
Haribo.
gummy bear company.
The gummy bear company
Okay.
from Haribo, from a grocery store chain out there in Germany. And the total that was on the check was $4.8 million.
Wow.
So then he contacts the company, the gummy bear company, and says, yo, I found your check for 4.8 mil. What do you want me to do with it? Because he can't go and cash it. It's useless to him, right? And he wants to do the right thing. So then the gummy bear company, the lawyer says, if you don't mind, destroy it. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
So he does. And then he sends them photographic evidence. And you would think something like that probably saved the company's ass, right? 4.8 million. They wanted to say thank you.
Okay.
Right? Because here's this guy, Good Samaritan, finds a check for 4.8 mil.
Sure, but they cancel the check.
I know.
Issue a
He
new
could-
one.
But still.
Yeah,
the
I
guy-
get it. He made
went
the
through
call. He made the call. You're
he
right.
made the call.
Yeah, you're right.
Plus,
You're
they
right.
said
You're right.
destroy it. He did,
did.
and sent them photographic evidence, right?
Yeah.
So the gummy bear company then, as a thank you to this guy, sends him
Here we go. Yes.
6 bags of candy.
Oh. Yeah.
What?
6 bags.
Not even
That's
a case.
it.
Okay, but then what is the appropriate number of bags then?
I don't know, like
what?
Like a year's supply.
A year's supply
of candy.
I would
No.
say
Yes.
one case. I would say one box, like one case.
No.
How about
But
a check?
6 bags,
Yeah. What's wrong with that? What did you do? You made a phone call?
bro.
You made a phone call.
So you sent me $20 in candy.
Yeah. You made a phone call.
No,
Thanks, man.
I want more.
Yeah.
I want more.
You want more.
Yeah,
want a
I want to Maury's case.
You want
I
a
want
check.
I want a case
A
or
case?
yeah, a case of candy, right? Or a year's supply of candy, or even better, what Shem said. Yo, hook me up with a check.
Money?
But here's the
Yeah.
thing. Why I said a case is because presumably somebody opened a case to take the 6 out to send them. Why not just send them the box?
You guys are you are a bunch of do-gooders in here, right? And the problem with do-gooders is nobody just does good. Everybody does good so they can be rewarded and they can be the hero.
Yeah.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, give me
is
my
that-
candy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, man.
Shoot.
We had our annual general meeting for the condo last night.
What the hell does that mean?
You know, where
I
they
can't
go
believe
over
you got to do all this nonsense just to live in a place.
2
man.
hours of like on a Zoom and everybody's complaining about
Wait
the
a second.
temperature.
It was on a Zoom?
Yeah, it's virtual still.
Okay.
Usually it's in the party room.
Yeah.
And people are complaining about how the temperature, the heating.
Pause for 1 second. Pause for 1 second.
Yeah.
Generally, when you have the condo meeting, right? This is a place to what? Air grievances?
We
to-
approved the
to-
minutes of last year's meeting.
Okay, pause for 1 second. So this is what are they normally designed for? Is it for the board to give an update to tenants, or
Yes.
is it a place for tenants to sort of bring up issues that they have, concerns that they have? Like, is this somebody's one shot? Like, if they got a problem with something that's going on in the
Yes.
building, this is
All
their
that.
one place to bring
And
it
where
up.
and where the election is, where you can vote if somebody's term is up, where you can vote. I've ran twice, never won.
Okay. So
And
what was
so-
brought up last night?
Last night during the Q&A, Shem, don't laugh.
Stop
I
it.
lost by
Don't
one
pay
vote.
attention. Don't pay attention. attention. Don't pay attention.
So somebody complained about the fact that the heat this year
Yeah.
isn't as hot as the heat last year. Okay.
So who's in charge of the temperatures for your unit?
I guess, well, first of all, you can turn up the heat.
Okay.
But they say that they're like, well, we've turned it up to the max, and it's like it doesn't feel as hot as it did last
so like
year.
the air coming out of this. So it doesn't matter what you turn your thermostat
She accused the board
to.
of lying to the building to save money.
Okay. Well, I don't listen, man. Times are tough right
Politics,
now.
man. Yeah.
You live in a condo, Shem, right?
I do, yeah.
Do you have to go through this nonsense?
Maury's 100% right. This is exactly what happens. The grievances that get aired sometimes are so...
Do you go to these meetings?
You have to.
No.
If you're an owner, you have to.
Or you can send in a proxy,
Yeah,
right?
you can send in a proxy.
Yeah, you don't have to necessarily. My mom has run and has been president, a couple times when I was with my parents,
huh?
and she hated it.
Yeah.
Because people complain about literally everything.
So in your building, what's the complaint in your building then?
Oh, it could be anything. Garbage is left out on the hallways. Maurice right. The heat's not turned on, quick enough, or in the summertime the AC's not turned on quick enough, and that's a whole.
Somebody complained
other
that there's
thing.
nowhere to gather.
Nowhere to gather. What is that?
I complained last night, going, "Why do we not have like a room where we can hang out?"
Like a
And the property manager said, "Isn't that your living room?"
Like, what the hell do you want?
And then the building's lawyer, yelled at one woman, going, "Please, ma'am, I don't like the tone you're taking with us."
Somebody in my unit, in my condo, was upset with the way that the Christmas tree was decorated in the lobby. They hated it.
Well, like, what did they just like
color
aesthetically?
scheme?
They thought it was terrible. Thought it looked shabby, and they weren't wrong. It
Yeah.
did look a little.
Now, do you feel obligated to back up tenants just so you're fighting against the man?
Absolutely.
Even if you agree with the man?
And when you put it that way, geez. Well, I guess now I do. But
Right.
normally I just keep my mouth shut, and I'm just like,
Matthew made me talk.
Yeah. What did you have to say?
I had to complain about how we smell cigarette smoke and marijuana smoke in the hallway.
But you're allowed to smoke cigarettes in your condo, aren't you?
No, it's a smoke-free property.
Oh, really?
And if you get caught smoking in your unit, it's a $500 fine.
What about on your balcony?
No, smoke-free property.
You can't smoke on your balcony?
No, and if the property manager most afternoons will go out and check if she sees
To see if somebody's smoking on their own balcony?
$500 fine.
Oh,
I've
for
never heard that.
God's sake, what a disaster. You got to move more. You know what the problem is, more? You're the problem.
How am I the problem? I'm not smoking on the balcony.
No, I know. But
I don't need a gathering
I know, but the
place.
reason people can't go get a little high on their own balcony is because of you and Matthew. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Roz. How are you? Hey, Roz and Mocha.
Mocha's away today. Secret assignment,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
I had a question. Does primarily cooking with recipes make you a good cook?
Does it make you a good cook?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think using a recipe is in any way cheating, if that's what you're asking, but just using a recipe does not make you a good cook.
Oh, it doesn't.
No.
Is it the act of cooking?
Like, you can follow everything in a recipe and, burn the hell out of something, or, I don't think it necessarily makes you a good cook.
So if someone were to try your food and you told them or they told you I'm a good cook, and then you told them I used the recipe, would they react differently?
No, I don't think so. Like, you what do you mean that, like, everybody has to have their own, like, come up with their own way of doing everything?
No, I was just thinking maybe the fact that they told you told them that you use a recipe, then they would react differently.
Geez, no. Like, if somebody's, my God, like, if you're baking, like, you have to use a recipe. Unless you know exactly what you're doing. But you can't just walk in the kitchen and go, I'm going to make a cake and not have some guidance. Like, it'll be awful. Like, if it's like your first time's out, or you want to try something new or whatever's going on, like, you have to use a recipe. I don't use recipes because I don't make stuff that I don't know how to make.
Yeah, well, you're a good cook.
But I use a recipe every day when I do the good food thing, and people comment sometimes when I post pictures saying that I'm cheating.
That you're cheating? No, they think you're cheating because you're using good. There's a difference between using a recipe and good food. That's everything you need in one box. Portions are already out there. Most of them are already chopped.
How's that any different? Like, if I went and bought a big container of spices and then mixed it. It's just because they separated everything doesn't make me less of a cook.
Well, I mean, I think that the good foods and stuff like that are good for developing skills. I would not say. I think that it's a bit cheaty too.
I thought you were going to take my side on this.
No.
It comes in a box, like.
Yeah.
But how's that any different than a shopping bag?
I don't know.
Well, because it's portion controlled.
I know,
right?
but I still spent the money. I didn't go and buy the trout. They sent me the trout.
And you probably spent more money.
Yeah,
I know I said trout, whatever.
Way more. I don't know. I think it's sort of like paint by numbers. Where you could.
I could see that.
You know, you're just like, I painted that. And I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful. And then you find out it's paint by numbers. Right?
That's really cheating, though.
Like, that's cheating,
I don't know.
right?
Like, I like the kind of cooks who go in, it's messy, there's really no rules, they just kind of fling ingredients everywhere, and they make a masterpiece. That's the kind of cooking I like. To me, those are the good cooks. The people who sit there with like their phone and 2 teaspoons of this,
that's
and
me.
1 tablespoon of this. You just it's kind of garbage.
But you
It's
have
like
to
a
know what
school
you're
project.
doing. But you have to know what you're doing, though,
Yeah, but
Chef.
that's like a school project. That's weird.
Listen, if Maury went into the kitchen and just started throwing things around, you'd never eat it.
See, I give a lot of credit to
you'd never
Anthony from
eat it.
Queer Eye because he never went to cooking school
and
mastered the art of cooking and is now like a cooking expert.
Is
To
he,
me,
though? Is he, though?
I mean, he has a towel over his shoulder.
Wow. Yeah, that screams experts.
Maury, how many things in your life do you need a towel over the shoulder for, by the way? That doesn't make you a good cook, okay? It does not make you a good cook at all. Deepa, this is the first time you've lived in a house with like your own kitchen and in charge of your own meals.
Yeah.
What's your procedure? You go cookbooks or you just like freeballing it?
I kind of use a lot of online recipes, to be
Yeah,
honest.
sure.
Well, because the thing is, I try to learn from my mom. My mom is an amazing cook, but when you ask somebody like her, like, oh, what do you do? It's like, oh, throw in a little bit of this thing and like, oh, eyeball this thing. And I'm like, I can't learn
Yes,
that.
that's the best way.
But I
Eyeball.
can't-
Let me tell you something. People can't see this, right? But this is a unit of measurement in cooking. For somebody from Guyana, if you a pinch of salt,
Yeah.
like this, that's an
Maury
actual
knows
unit.
exactly how much that is, by the
Yeah.
way, when you hold your fingers that close together.
But how is Deepa following a recipe on the phone not cheating, but me following a sheet is? I don't get that.
Well, I add in a couple of extra things here and there. I use it as a base. And then I add like extra spices or whatever that is. But I do need it as a base. Like otherwise, I don't really know what I'm doing.
So I will say, Maury, like when it comes to you and the boxes, right? I would say that like I said, it's good for developing skills, but I think that you have to evolve past the boxes. Like I think that you need to say in your head, what do I want tonight? Think about something, go to the store, know what goes with everything else, bring it home, put it together, and make something edible.
What if because there are times where I've kept the sheets and then went and bought everything and then still used the same sheet to do it again.
I mean, but that, sure.
Because honestly, I'm too afraid to veer from the page.
Right, but so you're not a good cook.
Right, yeah.
I never said I was.
All right, man. I hope that helps.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Dude, we're gonna auction off Maury's towel by the end of the show, by the way. So stick around for that. You just gotta wake it up first.
Stop!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Denzel.
Hey, what's up, man?
Somebody says you want to talk about pants.
Yeah.
My favorite topic.
Yeah. So, my question is simple. What's the best type of pants?
Jesus. Like, what's the best type of pants? As in, like, fit, material, like, style?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Narrow it down.
Yeah, like, what's your favorite kind of pants?
Oh.
What you go to?
I mean, like jeans?
Like, I know you like yours tight.
Shut up, man.
Toit.
Yeah.
Like, would you say pajama pants or pants?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that those are anybody's favorite. Like,
Well, I wear them the most.
You do, huh?
I would disagree with that. I see lots of kids like walk around the mall in pajama pants.
Believe me, I got a 12-year-old, and kids nowadays are all like athleisure wear. Like, I don't even think Roxy owns jeans. To be honest with you, I really don't. I get in trouble. So, like, Catherine is so disgusted by me at home because I can just sit around in the evening in jeans.
That's homicidal. That's
she is like, she doesn't get it. Like, doesn't get it.
I'm with her, man. That's weird.
Why not just take them off and at least walk around in your underwear?
Because I don't know. I don't have a problem wearing jeans at home.
But you don't like being like free? You don't feel free? You don't feel restricted?
And when you sit down, your belly doesn't like sort of pinch against the button?
No, that's not a you problem.
Yeah,
Holmes.
that's a Maury problem. Sorry.
Yeah.
But like really, Roz, you don't want to feel like free when you're sitting at home?
No, I honestly, I am like, if I'm at home and I'm just like kicking it in jeans, I am as comfortable as I would if I was wearing something else. Like I've never once felt. Also, what if you have to rumble? And I say this all the time, and I know that you guys don't. Like, what if you got what if something happens where you got to whoop some ass, right?
Oh,
put on
you want to be
sweats.
No, I'm saying immediately.
Sweats.
Like, what if trouble arrives and you got to take care of business in sweats?
Yeah, why not?
You think you'll fight better in jeans?
Yeah, because
You'd fight better in pajamas.
Because the first thing I do, Shem, is pants you.
Oh, well, okay. That's
Stone Cold
right.
fought well in
You
gym.
can't defend yourself in track pants, man.
You can't pants somebody in jeans.
No, that's what I said. If he's wearing track pants,
Just tie the drawstring really, really tight.
Oh, now,
and
see,
then...
now we got it. Listen, I don't want clothes that I got to tie in the knots to keep them on. Right? It's just not
Too much work. Huh?
Too much work.
Yeah.
Denzel, what are your favorite pants?
My favorite pair of pants right now. So they're from American Eagle, and they're called the 90s Straight. And believe it or not, they're a women's pants.
Okay, hold on.
I was straight in the 90s too.
Okay. So wait a second. You wear straight pants?
Yeah, they're from. They're like it's actually a women's pant from American Eagle. That's super comfortable.
Yeah. What do they look like? What are they called?
They're kind of like cargo pants, pretty much.
Oh,
so you wear so Denzel, according to you, American Eagle ladies cargo pants are the jeans that I should be wearing then, right? What are they called?
90s straight.
90s straight?
Yeah. The only problem I have with them is the pockets are way too small.
Oh, that's
For
a
lady
problem
hands.
for all. No, just in general. That's a problem with all women's pants.
Yeah.
My jeans used to be so tight, Deepa, that I used to turn them inside out and cut the pockets out of them so you couldn't see the outline of the pockets on my thighs.
Are you serious?
That is.
So where'd you put your wallet?
In my back pocket. It was the front pockets. You could see the outline against my thigh. My jeans were so tight, and so I would turn them inside out. So if I ever put my hand in where my pocket went, I could go like all the way down to my knee. Like it's just skin.
If they were too tight, wouldn't you see your underwear line?
Well, that all depends on the style and if you are not wearing underpants, Maureen.
Oh, scandalous. You're
see.
worried
I
about
didn't
getting
wanna-
pantsed and you're not going to wear underwear
Oh,
under.
you stop it. Listen,
no
okay?
sense.
Listen, no, if I had to rumble, I'm wearing underpants,
Okay,
Deepa,
okay.
okay?
So why don't you just wear wrestling tights?
Oh, my God.
Oh my
Go.
God.
All the time?
Solution.
You should wear jorts.
Shut up. You guys all suck. Thank you, Denzel, for the call, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's the holiday season. Do people still do Christmas parties at work?
We have one here coming up.
Like
We do?
No, but
Yeah.
like the classic, you know what I mean? Like,
Pre-COVID, yes.
yeah, they did.
Yeah,
eh?
I would say for sure.
What's the classic? Like what? Photocopying your butt?
Yeah, just like that. Like the sort of shenanigans. Like in the movies, you always saw the Christmas party happening at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I've been to a couple of those where like you would just show back up to work at 8:00 at night, and it was mayhem. Like absolute.
Now they do them
mayhem.
at restaurants.
Yeah, and there's just so many rules and all this. Not that I'm not a fan of the rules, but there was always so many lawsuits of where like a boss would get drunk and promise an employee something while hammered at a party, and then employment lawyers had to get involved like first thing in the new year. Like it was a real mess, right? It was a real mess. But they say, according to a new survey, 10% of office party romances end in either someone getting disciplined or fired. So the old hooking up at the Christmas party, 10%. 10% of office romances end in either someone getting disciplined or fired. Damn it, Maury took this to the streets to find out if there was no chance of either being disciplined or fired, is there somebody at work that you would hook up with?
Hi, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Okay, so you've heard the study. Now, if there was no chance you'd get fired, is there somebody at your office you'd hook up with at the holiday party?
The oldest person there that makes the most money.
Oh my God.
And his wife passed away maybe like 6 years ago.
Oh my God.
And
Way to
he's
do
got all this money and he owns this huge business, and why not?
Do they know that you like them?
Probably not, because he's like 50 years older than I am.
Is it all about the money, or is he actually good looking too?
He is actually good looking.
Hey, how y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's nice to be here on the Roz and Mocha Show. I love it.
Okay, so you've heard the study. There's no chance of getting fired. Come on, be honest with me. There's somebody at the office you'd hook up with.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you said there's no chance of me getting fired.
Nope, none.
The answer is yes.
So who is he or she?
Oh, she's a hot tamale. She's
Oh,
probably
Lord.
5'7". She's kind of curvy, lovely hair, nice eyes, and she's got the great legs.
Oh.
Does she know? Like,
I think she has an idea, and I think if it wasn't that we were working together, she'd probably be game.
have you? Have the two of you?
No, we haven't.
So what's stopping you?
Because we work together, and we fear that if we get caught, it might not be good.
Okay, no chance of getting fired. No chance of getting fired. Is there somebody at the office that you would hook up with?
Well, first of all, jobs are a dime a dozen these days, so whatever. But second of all, probably not, because we have 2 guys, or maybe 3, and not who I'd hook up. But I would totally flash my boobs, and I wouldn't even care.
Yeah, of course. You're romance, Christmas time. Come on.
So who is it at the office?
Well, sorry, I have to be discreet here.
Do they know that you crush on them?
No, stay professional always, except during the holiday party.
When, everything goes out the window.
If it will be okay, yeah.
Wow, you scallywag.
Okay.
If there's no chance, the holiday Christmas party, boom, chicka, boom, you hooking up?
Yeah, why not? And I actually know an intern that I will try my chances with.
Tell me more.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, they're beautiful.
Do they know that you like them?
Yeah, and I think they like me too.
Oh, my God. So if there's no chance, right? A little eggnog, the mistletoe, right? Maybe something will happen?
Oh, yeah, after like 1 or 2 glasses of eggnog, everything can happen.
Now, have you ever in the past?
Yes, back in France, I did. Well, it was with a French colleague of mine, but to be honest, it only lasted the time of the party.
And you know the French men, right? Ooh la la.
Yeah, I know, but it's like one at a party, another at another party.
Oh my God, I love the French. I want to go to France.
Oh yeah, you should. It's
after this
open bar over there.
The friend, you're still talking about interns in France?
I know.
What the hell is that?
Oh,
also, the woman who said that there's nobody in the office that I'd hook up with, but I would flash my boobs.
Where did that come from? I don't understand.
That's an interesting play. But I will say this, in a separate survey, 72% of women and 60% of men who've had office affairs say that those actually did start at the company Christmas party.
Wow.
At the company Christmas party. I guess it's still happening. I thought this was a thing of the past, people hooking up at company Christmas parties, but I'm completely wrong. The numbers are there. 72% of women and 60% of men who have had office affairs say that they started the company Christmas party.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Update.
Hey, Kevin, welcome back to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
How's it going?
Good, man. So when did we talk to you? It was February. Your story was that you lived on the second floor of an apartment right next to the garbage disposal, and you had a real cockroach problem.
Yeah.
And you talked to management. At the time, what did management tell you?
I mean, they were every day they were saying, like, after we complained, they would be like, okay, we're going to send exterminators to your unit.
Yeah.
They would do that. We would clear everything out. We would hope for the best, and nothing changed.
And you had said that you had said that even your kids were like just desensitized to killing them, right?
Man, they didn't even care. They were just like smacking it. Oh, cockroach, smack, kill, big deal.
Okay. And then when we talked, I had told you because I lived in a place where we just had so many cockroaches, dude, like so many cockroaches, and one of the things that happened to me after we left that place is I had like cockroach anxiety, almost like phantom roach syndrome for about 1.5 years, which is we were living in a super clean place after that. And if I saw a shadow move on the wall, I would smack it. Like I thought that I was always covered in roaches.
Yeah. We actually, in the podcast, I said my contract was up in 6 months.
Yeah.
No, we made a stink, and we left actually within a month.
You did?
But we did, yeah. We know it was completely disgusting, and we were like, no, we're leaving right now, and this is horrible. Actually, a lot of people on that floor left the same complaints, and management, they were like, you know what, you guys are right. This is unattractive for people who want to come in. They come in and they see cockroaches in the hallway. How are you going to get renters, right?
Yeah.
So they said, yeah, okay, go to the unit now, on Unit 7. Even though your advice was to get out the building, you know what, Roz? Finding a place like this at this price with this amount of space, it's not an easy feat, right? And you know what? Like, yeah, I would love to have just left the building, but no, we stayed in the building. We went to the 7th floor. Yeah, we stayed. It was a hard bite, and we were paranoid as hell. Like, we told them we'll stay for 3 months without pay, like you guys said. But if we see a single cockroach, we're out of there. Like, this is the advice I did take from you.
Yeah.
I brought back probably less than an eighth of our stuff. We threw out our socks. We threw out our linens. We threw out everything, man. Totally paranoid about bringing any kind of cockroach with us.
Yeah.
Our couch gone. Our TV gone. Like, so many things gone.
Everything. Anywhere where a cockroach can crawl into. Dude, I told you, I slept in underpants for a year and a half because somebody told me that cockroaches like warm, moist places.
So check this out. I found one cockroach that we brought with us.
Yeah, where was it?
It was found in a 2,500 Lego piece Batman Batwing set.
Yeah.
I looked at the cockpit, right, where Batman says, and there was a dead cockroach in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, no way.
Cockroach problem is no joke. But anyway, so everything worked out, right? So you're good now?
Yeah. My advice for the city is, like, anybody who has cockroaches, right, make sure their plan is not to send exterminators to your unit. Make sure they have a plan for the whole building.
Yes.
Otherwise, nothing is going to happen.
No, you're just chasing cockroaches at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Right on, man.
there's something I want to tell you, Roz.
Yeah.
Really means a lot. You guys are a household name to us. To me, my kids, my wife. You guys are household to us, right? And we came down to your book signing, and we saw thousands of people there, and it was totally overwhelming for us to even come up to you because I figured, man, you're busy, you're tired. There's thousands of people waiting to see you, right? And when we came up to you, me and my son, I totally thought, I'm going to be quick. I don't want to waste this guy's time. Let's move forward. But what you did, and it was really, really admirable, and it left a really good impression, is that you gave me and my son time. Like, you didn't say, thank you for coming, next person. You sat there and you looked at us and you say, how's it going? And man, it left such an impression for my family, for my son who didn't think you would meet someone you listen to every day. Man, you made me look like the hero father bringing my family to meet somebody we listen to every day. And I can't thank you enough, man. Like, you've held that standard so high, and you made me look like a hero. You guys are heroes, and I'm so grateful to be on the show, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this, man.
No,
and I really thank you for this.
Thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that. You just keep
You're
crushing it
welcome.
as a dad.
Thank you. I really appreciate you, dude.
Right on.
Take care,
Take
buddy.
it easy, brother.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Hey, Christine, what's going on?
Hi.
Where are you calling from?
Vancouver.
Nice. What can we do for you?
So I have a question, and it's, where do you put your clothes that you've only worn briefly? Do you put them back in the closet, or do you just drape them over random furniture in the house?
That's a really great question. So clothes that aren't necessarily dirty, you've only put them on briefly. Let's establish what briefly means.
I don't know, maybe a couple of hours, or maybe for like a single Zoom meeting. I don't know.
Okay,
but
good.
It's not
that's a good
visibly soiled.
Yeah.
let's
Where
just
do you
say.
put yours? Where do you put yours?
I would put them back in the closet, or I would just wash them.
Wow. Okay. So even like just a couple hours wearing something, it's going in the laundry. Shem, let's start with you. You live alone.
Yeah, I don't mess around when it comes to being clean, when it comes to my clothes. I hang up everything. I hang up my jeans. When I come home, and when I do laundry, I fold it right away.
So
I don't mess around.
Okay, but if you wake up, right, and you put on a hoodie, and then you go get a coffee, or you stop somewhere and pick something else up. 2 stops, you're out of the house.
Sure.
When you come back home and you don't want to wear that hoodie anymore, is that hoodie getting hung up or is it going in the laundry?
Oh, I just fold it up and put it back in my drawer.
You put it back in the drawer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Listen,
so at what point do you go from something that you wore briefly to needs to be laundered?
If I'm in it for the entire day.
Gotcha.
Except jeans. Jeans are the exception.
Right.
I don't.
I agree.
That's the
I
only
agree.
thing.
Deepa, you had a filthy room as a teenager because your mom cleaned everything for you. Now you are living with your husband. What do you do with clothes that you've briefly worn?
So anything that I wear, I hang it on our banister. And it's not solely, it's just because I'm lazy. I don't want to hang it back.
I didn't think it was for aesthetics.
Like, it just piles up. So, like, if you go upstairs, it's just like half of my wardrobe just piling on top of each other or on the banister. And it's, like, I take it out. I don't want to refold it. I don't want to hang it up. But then I use the excuse of, like, oh, I'm airing it. I'm just airing it out.
So what happens to it? It just stays there?
Well, eventually, after like 5 days.
5 days worth?
I might be like, okay, you know what? I should probably put this away. And then I put it away. I do.
If I was your husband, I would every time I'd walk by that stack of clothes on the banister, I'd tip it off.
Don't give him ideas.
Damn it, Maury, I'm sure this is not allowed in your house.
Oh, when I get home after the show, because I've only worn something for half the day.
No. You work for the full day. That's a full work day.
No, but I'm going to wear it again later in the day to walk Andy. So I will take all my clothes off and pile it on the floor beside the bed, okay?
Pile it.
And my walking the dog sweatpants are always on the dining room table, like always.
So if somebody walks into your house, there's sweatpants on the dining room table? Yeah. Like folded or flung?
Flung.
Flung. Okay. Does that help at all, Christine?
Yeah, my husband's definitely more of a deeper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it drives me, me crazy.
Sometimes I will, like, if I'm taking something off and then I know I got to put it back on, like, I'll take it and I'll fold it and I'll put it on the end of the bed, right? And then, but if Catherine walks in the room, she will take it, even though it's folded on the end of the bed, and throw it in the laundry.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's a great woman.
Yeah, I'm like, you save that for later, man. But she doesn't even go through my pockets. Like, my wallet has been through the washing machine like a million times, and I can't complain because then she's like, well, do your laundry then. Ooh. Right? So it's not good.
Have you sat her down for a talk?
Oh, yeah, Maury. Yeah. Listen, I'll sit Catherine down, Maury, when you sit Matthew down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Understood.
You let me know how that goes for you, okay? You're going to get strangled with those dining room jogging pants. Christine, thanks so much for the call, love.
Thank you.
All right.
Can I say one thing?
What?
I just want to say I really love you guys. I finished reading your book in 2 days, and I'm just so amazed at how resilient you guys are and how much you've turned your lives around. Like, every time Maury talks about his childhood, my heart breaks. Because I'm a mom and I've got 2 little girls, and I just can't imagine them having gone through the things that he's gone through. And
you know what? I don't like it when you start talking about me and then you pivot to Maury, by the way. It does you no favors. I know. You started off talking about my book and then you just went immediately into Maury, and I'm like, I stopped listening.
She was talking about my childhood.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll get to that eventually. Write your own damn book, Maury. Okay. Jesus. Thank you so much, Christine. Love you.
Thank you so
right.
much. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
Oh, bye, love.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So much went on. So much news.
Oh, lots and lots. I can't wait.
Hey, Mocha.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Of course, bro.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Our favorite holiday smells. What are our favorite holiday smells according to a new poll? Chestnuts is on the list. It's number 8 on the list.
Oh, wow. Hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate, Deepa, is on the list. Number 4 on the list.
Christmas tree.
Shem?
I was going to say something really guiny specific, so that doesn't work. I was going to say pepper pot.
Oh, God, that's not on the list.
Pepper pot!
Watch it be number 1.
That's definitely not on the list, Shem.
I love pepper pot.
Okay, no. Number 8 on the list was chestnuts. Number 7,
tree?
fire burning in a fireplace.
Ooh, nice.
Number 6 is peppermint. Interesting. Number 5 is gingerbread.
Patent pending.
Maury, I'm literally going through the list.
Well, what fun is that if we can't guess?
You had your opportunity to guess.
I guessed 1. Now I'm guessing another one.
Don't. I'm going through the list. Put your hand on the button. We're done. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain. I'm the captain now. I'm not telling you it's number 1. We're done. Put your hand on the button and push it now. I'm not doing the rest of the list. I'm the captain now. Look at me.
Just say what number
Look
1.
at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Christmas tree.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Alyssa Milano was blasted on Twitter, including by Elon Musk, after saying that she gave back her Tesla. So
sorry, what?
Okay, so let me talk you through this here. So Alyssa Milano wrote, I gave back my Tesla. I bought the Volkswagen EV. I love it. I'm not sure how advertisers can buy space on Twitter. Publicly traded companies, products being pushed in alignment with hate and white supremacy doesn't seem to be a winning business model. And then one conservative commentator replied to that saying, Volkswagen was literally founded by the Nazis and Hitler, to then which Elon Musk replied to that with the crying laughing emoji and the 100% emoji.
Ooh.
And then Alyssa went on Instagram, not Twitter, to repost something from a writer named Ben Jackson. And she said, this shouldn't need to be said, but here we are. And then Ben Jackson wrote, Volkswagen became a global brand after World War II when its new leader rejected Nazism. Tesla became a global brand, and its CEO now wants to enable Nazism. These are not the same. And then everybody started digging through Alyssa Milano's tweets, where back in the day, like in 2007, 2015, or 2017, 2015, where she was like writing how much she loved Elon Musk.
Oh my God.
And how much he inspired her son and like all of this. Oh, like it just like you had Thanksgiving weekend where everybody was like family and everything else, and then it just
all this.
It just took a
Damn,
turn.
Please go back and delete your tweets.
Oh my God. That's the thing, right? Like you know, because like who thinks about stuff that they, you know, like Alyssa Milano was like going in on Elon Musk, but do you think she's thinking, God, what did I say about Elon in 2014?
Mm-hmm.
Right? No. Who does that?
She was in the moment, heated.
Yes. Saying she loves him. He's a genius. All this other stuff. Anyway.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Remember in Elf, when Buddy the Elf makes spaghetti? Oh my God. Right?
Well, let me tell you how big Elf now is in our house, because our 5-year-old just discovered it.
Oh, God.
So we're watching it every single day.
Yeah.
And that one part where Buddy is eating the spaghetti with the chocolate syrup, the chocolate Pop-Tarts, and all the candy. Oh, he's like, ew, gross.
So Warner Brothers has teamed up with HelloFresh, and you are now able to order the Buddy the Elf spaghetti kit. Starting next Monday, each one, I don't know if this is in Canada, will cost $15. It makes 2 full servings of Buddy the Elf spaghetti.
It comes in like a super nice festive box, too.
Oh my God, I'm going to order that.
The kit includes pasta, marshmallows, various types of candy, maple syrup, chocolate cereal, and chocolate frosted Pop-Tarts.
Yes.
We know that they're going to sell out fast, so they're making a limited number available each day, Monday through Friday. They go on sale at in and around noon with a max of 2 kits per purchase.
I'm still ordering.
But you can just get it yourself.
But you won't get the festive box.
But this is still. This is like
delivered too, right? Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to order that for sure.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have finalized their divorce. The two will have joint custody with, quote, equal access to their 4 children, North St. Chicago and Psalm. However, sources close to Kim tell TMZ that Kim will continue to have the kids around 80% of the time. The settlement also notes that Kim will receive $200,000 a month in child support from Kanye West, which I'm sure, looking at both of their finances, I know that seems like an astronomical amount of money, but I'm sure that that is probably the lowest based on what he's worth that he would be asked to pay. He is also responsible for 50% of the children's educational expenses, such as tuition and security expenses. And if Kim and Kanye ever have a dispute regarding any of their kids, they are required to attend mediation to settle it out. However, if either party fails, Kanye, to attend mediation, the participating party becomes the decision maker. And they've both waived spousal support. So $200,000 a month and 50-50 plus mediation for just about everything. God, they're going to be in mediation all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
I just feel bad for those kids.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Samuel L. Jackson responding to Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino did a podcast, I think it was last week, where he was talking about how there's no more movie stars, and especially in the Marvel universe, it's about the character, not the actor. Here's Quentin.
You have all these actors who have become famous playing these
parts,
characters, but they're not movie stars.
Right.
Captain America is the star.
Right.
Thor. is the star. I mean, I'm not the first person to say that. I think that's been said a zillion times. But it's like, it's these franchise characters that become a star.
Sam Jackson was on The View and responded to Tarantino.
So, Sam, you've starred in a number of Quentin Tarantino films. You've been fabulous in every one of them. But he said something controversial recently about Marvel actors, which you're also very familiar with from your role as Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
He said that Marvel actors are not movie stars. Captain America is the star. How do you respond to that as somebody who's been so popular in both the Tarantino universe and the Marvel universe?
Okay, well, it takes an actor to be those particular characters. And the sign of movie stardom has always been, what, asses in seats?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
So that's not it's not a big controversy for me to know that, well, apparently these actors are movie stars. Chadwick Boseman is Black Panther.
Yeah, of course.
You can't refute that. And he's a movie star.
Yeah. And you are Nick Fury.
Yeah, and Scarlett, I'm Nick Fury, but as
He's everything.
He's everything.
Yeah,
You're the highest grossing actor of all
A.O.
time.
Scott said I was a game show host.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
It's a bit dirty to bring up Chadwick, though. Out of all the other actors that are playing Marvel superheroes, like you bring up the one that's like you look like a complete
You
POS
can't say
if you
anything after
argue
that.
argue back, because you could make the case that Chadwick Boseman was not as big of a movie star as Black Panther was.
Yeah, I don't think that's controversial.
You know
But I
what I
see
mean?
what Sam Jackson's saying is it takes a movie star to create those characters.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
I think, too, it depends on, like, I view Sam Jackson because of his history in film as a movie star. Whereas with Chris Evans, I look at him and I only see Captain America.
Right. I would say in the Marvel franchise, up until, and I don't even know who's currently in the Marvel franchise, but I would say that during that like first phase 1, phase 2, Robert Downey Jr. was the only movie star.
Yes, correct.
Right? He was the only movie star.
Yeah. I agree with that.
In that franchise.
Again, when you look at the characters or the people playing the characters,
Mm-hmm.
you have to break it down even further by their IMDb, basically, right? So Robert Downey, movie star. Samuel L. Jackson, movie star. Even Scarlett Johansson, I would say movie star over playing Black Widow. But Chris Hemsworth, I look at as
He's
Thor.
Yeah.
I look at Mark Ruffalo only as Hulk, even though I know he's got like titles under his belt from before,
you
right?
do.
For
See,
Mark
I don't
Ruffalo,
put
I would
Mark
see him
Ruffalo
as
in that
more of a movie
category.
star.
Yeah, I would say Mark Ruffalo is the sort of exception in that list. I would say, but it's difficult though, like because Robert Downey Jr. can sell another franchise like that Sherlock Holmes franchise he did made a ton of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I guess what was the one who was Chris Hemsworth did that Netflix movie, right, where they had to go and rest Extraction.
Did he also do Ghostbusters?
Well, he didn't do Ghostbusters. He was in Ghostbusters.
To me,
was not,
he was like
but
I loved him.
I
and
know,
he
but
was
he was
funny.
not the star of
His part in that movie as dumb Kevin was just like
it was the funny one.
Yeah, way to disregard the all-female cast.
so minimal.
Not what I'm doing.
No, but I love that. And I'm with you. I did love that character. Just people hated that movie, and I still don't understand why people hated that movie.
Me neither. Yeah, I was hoping that they would continue with that franchise.
But
you know what? Anytime Ghostbusters is on TV now, it's that one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because they probably just sold the rights all over the place, and the other ones are too bloody expensive.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So I guess there's a lot of people. Simon & Schuster, the publisher, released a Bob Dylan book called The Philosophy of Modern Songs.
Okay.
And they sold a $600 version of it, 900 copies with Bob Dylan's signature.
Okay.
It was, quote, hand signed. But when fans started getting their copies in the mail, they noticed that all the signatures looked exactly the same.
Uh-oh.
And then Simon & Schuster had to release a statement admitting that the autographs weren't exactly as genuine as people were led to believe. They say, as it turns out...
What, we made it oopsie?
As it turns out, the limited edition books do contain Bob's original signature, but in a penned replica form.
Oh my God.
We are addressing this immediately by providing each purchaser with an immediate refund. That's a lot, because they're certainly not going to get Bob Dylan to sit down and sign 900
Well, he
books.
can't now. His hand doesn't work.
Bob Dylan, do you remember when Bob Dylan won the Nobel Prize? The first singer ever to win the Nobel Prize, and he didn't even issue a statement?
He didn't show up.
Yeah.
He didn't even care. He probably still doesn't even know.
Bro, it's like the highest honor a human can
How
get
old
on
is
earth.
he?
He's old as dirt, but he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he doesn't care. So it was a stamp, basically. They just ran all these books.
And it
through
wasn't
a
even
machine.
him that stamped it.
Bob Dylan's 81.
Yeah, he's 81. No, I could say, maybe Bob Dylan was there at the desk and he had a stamp, right? Like,
he's too crusty to even do that.
Ebenezer
He ain't getting out of the
Scrooge,
house for
you know,
that.
doing eviction.
Yeah.
Eviction.
He's not doing
Eviction.
that.
He is not. I bet you he doesn't even know that they sold these.
No.
Right?
Absolutely not.
And now they got to give him. Now they got to give all these people refunds back. Anyway,
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Austin Butler, Steve Martin, and Martin Short are going to be the final hosts of SNL for the year coming up. If anybody's interested in that,
Yeah, Martin Short and Steve Martin. That's going to be huge.
Martin Short and Steve Martin will host, joined by Brandy Carlisle, and then Austin Butler makes his debut. He, of course, was a star of Elvis. His musical guest, Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Should be a good show. The
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bill Kramer, the CEO of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, announced that all 23 categories for the Oscars will be televised this year. If you remember last year,
Oh my goodness!
the controversy last year when they did not include original score, makeup and hairstyling, documentary short, film editing, production design, animated short, and live action short and sound, they were all cut from the main telecast. So all of those are going to be back on this year.
Bro,
How many days is the show?
So that show is already like 3+ hours. Now, when you include all of those categories, they're gonna have to split it up like they do WrestleMania weekend.
Well, this was the way it always used to be, right? And then
Too
everybody
long of a
freaked
show.
out when they got rid of those categories.
Like, those people deserve their reward, but I don't need to see them.
No, I know. The Academy Awards, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, March 12th.
And 13th.
2023.
And 14th.
Weekend pass.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
New details on that 90s show debuting on Netflix. So when they went to the original producers of that 70s show, they said, "Hey, can you come up with something?" And they were like, "No." and then they sat around and thought about it, and then Netflix came back and were like, "Yo, like, what's the pandemic? What are you guys doing? Do you want? Why don't you come up with that 90s show?" And they were like, "No." And then so they were like, "Okay, let's come up with something." So their idea was that Topher Grace's character at some point went back to Wisconsin to attend a music festival, got somebody pregnant, and then that sort of love child shows up at Kitty and Red's door. And then Netflix was like, "No."
Yeah, because it's not believable. Eric Foreman was such a nerd.
Right? Yes. Okay. So
Wait, but I thought the story was...
So the story now is that Eric and Donna are married, and they have a 15-year-old daughter named Leia. After Princess Leia, because of course nerds would do that.
Whatever, Mocha, you would have done the same thing, I'm sure. Name the kid that.
And then so
I have a kid and I didn't.
Yeah.
I know, but your kid's a boy.
Okay,
If you had a girl.
she goes back to Wisconsin over the summer to visit her grandparents, Red and Kitty, and then meets the kids next door and everything else. But how they sort of sustain this and sustain the story is it's actually kind of cool. One, it's going to be very heavily focused on Red and Kitty, right? And the kids, but Red and Kitty. But also every season, so season 1, 2, 3, and 4, depending on how far they've sold, are only going to take place over summers.
Oh, okay.
So season 2, everybody will have gone away and lived their lives, kind of thing. Or I
Come
guess the
back
kids
with
still live in this
stories or
town, or
whatever.
come back with stories. So it's only going to take place over the summers.
Yeah.
Is the way that they're doing it. And so look for that on Netflix. I don't know when that debuts. I guess something.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apple Music released their top 10 songs of 2022, and a lot of them weren't even released in 2022. Are you interested in hearing what some of these are, Mocha?
Yes, please.
Number 10, Gale's ABCDEFU.
Oh, everybody loves that song.
Oh, look at you. You got clips and everything over there.
Yeah.
It's a terrible lineup. Why can't you say F you?
Because we're on the radio.
You could say
You
F
can say
you.
How many times have we said it on the radio? I
Yeah.
know. Terrible.
Like in the song, like she says, like F you.
No, for sure. But this is like the friendly family version.
No.
Okay. But the song is still called ABCDEFU.
Yeah, forget you is what FU stands for in this version.
I know, but we still say the song is called ABCDEFU, but we can't let the girl say it. Like,
Hey,
we
I'm
can
just-
say the name of her song, but she cannot. It
She
makes
wrote
no
it.
sense. It makes no sense.
Anyway, all right, so that's
Okay,
what
now I'm
else?
fired up.
Can we just skip to number one? What was number one?
Number
What was the
one,
biggest?
Stay by Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber. And then quickly over on Spotify, their most streamed songs. They did a top 5, which was, again, Mi Porto Bonito by Bad Bunny was in there.
Yo, classic, instant classic.
Stay, Justin Bieber, Kid Laroi, Heat Waves by Glass Animals. What's that song? Do I know that song?
Oh my
Do-
God,
Do we
that's
play that song?
Yes.
Do we?
Oh my God. Yes.
And number 1 was As It Was by Harry Styles.
Good song.
Did we play we play Glass Animals?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? Let me hear it. Never heard that song before.
You what?
That was the first time I heard that song.
Shut up, man.
It
You're
is.
such a liar.
We played that
No.
so many
Bro,
times.
we play that song so much.
That's the first time I heard it. I like
Yeah.
it. I'm not saying it's not a good song. We shouldn't play it. I'm just
We
saying.
have.
I'm just
You listened to it.
okay.
Like
You
thousands
heard
of
it.
times.
God, I feel so attacked here, guys.
Bro.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we? Christine McVie of Fleetwood Mac died yesterday after a short illness. She was 79 years old. The band issued a statement saying that Christine was truly one of a kind, special, and talented beyond measure, and that she was the best musician anyone could have in their band and the best friend anyone could have in their life. Stevie Nicks shared a handwritten note on social media calling Christine her best friend in the whole world since the first day of 1975. Here's a little bit of Christine McVie.
Until the sun comes up and you say that you love me. Just think what tomorrow will do. Don't stop.
You ever heard this, Sean?
Oh, I love this record.
Look at that. There's something about back in the day when you'd get like everybody in the band would just do these incredible harmonies.
They
You
could
know
just
what I mean?
sing.
They could
They
sing.
could just flat out sing. They're
Yeah.
artists. They could sing. They could play instruments. And there was no over singing. You know what I mean? It was just, Chris, just so good.
You guys are talking over my favorite one.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Emma Thompson and Hugh Grant, they brought everybody back. It's like a reunion for Love Actually. And
I mean, they were missing Colin Firth.
Sure. But to hear Emma Thompson and Hugh Grant talk about Love Actually warms my heart so much, because even though this is the anniversary and even though this is airing over the holidays, they still, both of them, Emma Thompson and Hugh Grant, seem like they sort of hate Love Actually.
Do you remember when you saw it all the way through for the first time and the first thing you thought?
I do. I just sat there watching and thinking, God, this is, it's quite kind of out there, isn't it? And then Hugh came up behind me as we were walking out and said, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that the most psychotic thing we've ever been in? I just thought, what's he talking about?
Did I say that? Well, it is a bit psychotic. Like I said, it's Richard on steroids. But the thing is with him, what you have to remember is when he writes about love, he means it.
It's brilliant. It's so good. If you Google Hugh Grant hates Love Actually, so many things come up. There's so many examples of him hating on Love Actually. It's so awesome. But the one thing that does come up is Hugh Grant hates his Love Actually dance. To me, that was one of the most endearing parts of the entire movie.
Well, he talks about how he fought against doing that in the movie.
It's crazy.
And then he says that, okay, if I'm going to do it, then he choreographed it the way he wanted to do it.
Well, he still hates it. He's so stuffy. He's so stuffy. You know what's funny is I haven't seen that movie pop up yet this holiday season.
I have. I saw
you?
it 2 nights ago.
Did you? What'd you see it on?
Oh, it was on AMC.
Yeah. I started watching. God, what did I start watching? Catherine got me into the new season of White Lotus.
Oh my god!
Are you
the
watching
season's
that?
Incredible.
Season 1, firstly, was hot garbage.
It was
and I
awful,
love Jennifer Coolidge, but season 2
I'm kind of over her now.
Yeah. Season 2 is good though.
Is
Season
it?
2? I don't know if you watched the latest
No,
one.
I didn't. I'm like literally a couple episodes in. Can I tell you what I don't like about it? Is White Lotus is a show that I watch at nighttime, right? Too much Italian. Too much reading.
Too much?
Yeah,
Oh, the reading.
Too much
Subtitles.
Italian.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love like all the Italians and I love the countryside. It's shot beautifully. Like everything is art. Like every single shot of that show
I think
is
the
a
best
piece
part
of
of it
art.
is
It's
Aubrey
so
Plaza.
like it's so incredible. Like everything is beautiful. But yeah, I'm kind of like I don't know.
The show is
I
just,
don't know.
The show feels kind of flat to me.
It does.
It just feels flat.
Yeah, like
Right?
it hasn't gripped me yet. And maybe does a guy poop in a suitcase in this season like they did in the last season?
No, but it's,
No,
there's
spoil. Don't. I just asked one question. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask for any sort
I
of
was just
spoilers.
gonna say, here's how I know the season's good because Matthew's watching it with me.
Oh, why he doesn't?
Normally he would never watch something like that.
Right.
But now he's like, you can't watch that without me.
Oh, but does he? What other shows does he like? Maybe he has-
Basic stuff like Law and Order.
Oh, so
blah,
then
blah.
why
So, but
would I
this-
want to watch this from somebody who watches basic stuff that you like?
Hawkeyes.
I know, but you're not selling it well. though.
Hawkeyes.
Well, so what? Why do I care about that?
Everyone loves hot guys.
Oh, well.
Enough with that, please. Enough.
Everything enough.
Enough.
So simple, isn't
Okay,
it?
enough. Just enough. Okay. I understand you're going to try and sell a show, but you can't do a big giant lead up and then say, "Oh yeah, hot guys." That's why. That's what. Like everything comes down to hot guys. Don't get me wrong. I fully understand it.
Yeah, facts. Man.
Right, facts.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Everybody check your Twitter followers. Elon Musk tweeting last night. Twitter is purging a lot of spam/scam accounts right now, so you may see your follower count drop. To be honest with you, I don't even know how many Twitter followers I have. I forever.
Yes,
no, I
you
don't.
do.
No, because Twitter's not like Instagram. I never go to my own page on Twitter.
You have almost 28,000, Roz.
Whoa, that's a lot.
28,000.
27.8.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'm doing all right.
Did it drop at all though, more?
No.
No?
Oh, wait. Yeah, by 100.
How do you know by 100?
Because it was 18.8. Now it's 18.7.
Oh
So that's easy math.
Jesus.
You have 18.7 followers?
18.7 thousand.
Troll.
You're on a run today, Deepa.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, got to get to this. I'm going to play for you the most dramatic trailer for anything of all time. They just released the Harry and Meghan Netflix docuseries, and this may be the most heavy-handed, like overly dramatic. Like I know you watch The Crown and all that stuff, and there's the history and everything. Okay, there's maybe 10 seconds of Harry and Meghan speaking in this trailer, total. And the rest of it is just like over the bloody top dramatics. We're going to play the whole thing, okay? So here, listen to this.
Why did you want to make this documentary?
No one sees what's happening behind the closed doors. I had to do everything I could to protect my family.
When the stakes are this high, doesn't it make more sense to hear our story from us?
Come on, theaters, right?
Holy cow!
I actually did get goosebumps though. That was well done.
There's no release date. It just says coming soon. Yeah,
add to the dramatics.
Yeah.
Didn't they want to? Didn't they want to disappear? Those two? Like, wasn't that the whole deal?
Maybe they will
We
after
don't want
this.
to. We don't want to be in the spotlight. We don't want to do all this stuff. Wasn't that their deal?
But why disappear when you can make more money off of this story, right?
I get that. I get making money, but they already seem to be doing pretty well. But anyway, so that is Meghan and Harry coming soon.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's a Bruce Lee biopic in the works from Ang Lee. And Ang Lee's son, Mason Lee, is apparently attached to star in
Ang
the
Lee
film.
from Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah. And what else did he do? What else did Ang Lee do? He did something else that was really cool, too. But the guy who wrote Capote and Foxcatcher is apparently doing the script, and those are like two really good movies. Bruce Lee, of course, died 1973 at the age of 32. You ever seen a Bruce Lee movie, Deepa?
Never in my life. No.
You ever seen a Bruce Lee movie, Shem?
Absolutely, yeah. I used to love
What's
my
your
dad. My dad was a really big Bruce Lee movie guy. I was small though.
You were
much
tiny.
smaller.
Yeah.
I used to watch Fist of Fury. Was a good
Fist
one.
of Fury.
Mhm.
Yeah, Game of Death was always mine. Enter the Dragon's the one that you always see repeated over and
I've
over
never
again.
seen one.
You've never seen a Bruce Lee movie?
But didn't he? I read recently that he died of too
No,
much.
we don't know that. We don't know that at all. That's like, come on.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Has TikTok ever made you do something, like the I bought it on TikTok, made me buy it, or TikTok made me do it, like all of those things?
Yes.
Have you ever? What is it, Maury?
I ordered it. It hasn't come in yet. It's a big button that turns on your Christmas tree, and everybody's using it on TikTok because it looks all fancy. It lights up. It was do 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 do
Like
do
a
do.
switch?
Like it's a big like a bomb switch, and you plug in your
what?
tree, and it turns on your tree as though it's like a big momentous
it
moment.
looks like the side of a slot machine, like it's a
Yeah.
big oversized
Yeah.
switch. Matthew's not going to let you put that in the house.
Well, too late. It's on its way.
Jesus. So here is a clip from a TikToker talking about how she cleared up her acne using 2-in-1 shampoo.
Oh.
I have been using the Walmart version of Head & Shoulders on my face since I was in middle school because I had a dermatologist tell me the zinc in dandruff shampoo is incredible for your face. Never had a problem with my skin, always had clear skin, and it wasn't until I stopped that I started getting all of these breakouts on my chin. I started trying to use the fancy stuff because people were sending it to me for free. Never had worse skin in my entire life. 3 days ago, I threw everything away and started using my dandruff shampoo again. Skin is already clear.
So there was a dermatologist who says yes, they do sometimes recommend anti-dandruff shampoo to treat skin, but there are better topical treatments out there. I don't have a face routine. Is this do you ever experiment, or do you know just what you know, Deepa?
No, I experimented
You
a lot.
do?
Yeah, because I have acne issues currently, so I use 2 or 3 different dermatologist prescribed topical creams.
Yeah. But would you ever try a Head & Shoulders, a dandruff shampoo?
No.
You would not?
Mm-mm.
Why is that, though?
No, just because unless it's recommended to me, I don't know what the heck that's going to do to my face because it depends on your
We
skin
just heard from a
sensitivity.
complete stranger on a social media app who recommended it. What more do you need?
Oh, true. You know what? When you put it that way, yes, I would do it.
And I didn't see any pimples on her face, right? She looks
Exactly.
good.
There we
Shem,
go.
would you ever do this?
Absolutely not, man.
You would not.
No, mess up with this chocolate skin.
Oh
Come
my
on, man.
God! For
Cocoa
God's
butter only, baby.
Jesus.
You know?
That's it. Cocoa butter. And then
Water
you're
and
out.
cocoa butter, baby.
That's it. Now, do you leave the cocoa butter on, or do you wash the cocoa butter off?
Well, no, I don't use it as soap. I mean, I wash it.
I don't know how to clean a face, man. I don't know the steps. I don't know the steps.
This allows it makes me wrinkle free.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, because you have no wrinkles. Smile for me. Let me see that.
Okay,
smile.
but Shem's not old enough to have wrinkles.
Let me see that smile. No, smile with your eyes. Big smile.
Hold on.
Take your glasses off.
See?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you.
There
You
you go.
smile, Deepa, now? Do you have a filter on your camera right now?
No.
Are you sure?
I don't. Why would I use a filter
I don't know.
on Teams?
Okay, smile with your. Nobody knows. Whenever you have somebody smile, look, nothing changes.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing changes.
What do you mean?
No,
It's
no,
like
no.
porcelain skin. It's
nothing.
wild.
Nothing changes. Hold on. Smile with your eyes. Let me see. Okay. Maura, you smile with your eyes now. Oh, one eye just closed. Look, you got stung by a bee.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
DoorDash has released their year-end trends. A couple of the interesting ones as far as how people spent their money across the country. The most expensive order in Canada on DoorDash was $2,761.
Whoa.
Was that Drake?
No, it was in Quebec. And I think that was 12 plates of kebabs, meat platters, salads. That sounds like a good meal.
Yeah, meat's expensive these days, you know.
And then at number 2 was every single beauty product, moisturizer, lotion imaginable. Somebody ordered that in Markham. So that was probably around $2,000. 32 chicken schnitzels, grilled chicken, falafels, That's another huge order. 30 butter chicken orders, 25 lamb curries, 80 samosas is what somebody ordered in a single order in Vancouver.
With them. Wow.
60 Mexican meal platters ordered in Toronto. 40 chicken wings, 40 salads, and 20 pizzas ordered in Toronto. Somebody else ordered 40 bottles of wine, 25 packs of beer. That was, of course, in Calgary. And one of the other orders was 50 orders of pad thai, 50 orders of Thai chicken. That was ordered in Quebec, too. That's a great order right there. The shortest distance somebody ordered from DoorDash to get it from the place where they ordered from to their house was 210 meters.
That's got to be the Shermans.
Right?
That's got to be you, Matthew, right, Maury?
Absolutely.
How far is the shortest place
I've
that you
ordered
ordered
from Tim Hortons and I live above it.
Why?
Sometimes you just don't want to put pants on.
Why don't you just go down? The top 10 most ordered foods in Canada. Rice bowl is on the list. Burritos. Top 5, chicken wings, sushi, poutine, fried chicken, and number 1 on the list, which is what I order the most, which is burger and fries. I'm shocked that pizza isn't on the list. That's crazy.
Because a lot of pizza places have their own apps.
Fair enough. Good point. Good point. And then late night orders. These are the orders that come in after midnight.
Poutine, number 1.
Poutine is number 3. Shem, you want to take a guess?
Yeah, I'm going to go pizza, number 1.
Pizza is not number 1.
Ooh.
No. Deepa, you want to take a shot at this?
Chicken fingers and fries.
Oh, I'm going to... Okay, there's a lot of chicken on the list, right?
Okay.
So at number 10 is a crispy chicken sandwich. At number 5 is a chicken burger. At number 4 are chicken wings. And at number 1, chicken nuggets.
Oh, okay, that's close enough.
Nugs.
Yeah,
I'm going to give that to you. And then
Yes.
fries at number 2. And Maury, poutine at number 3.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Got to play this trailer for you. Now, it's directed by Elizabeth Banks. It is inspired by the real events that
Elizabeth Banks from, like, the Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is inspired by the real events that happened in 1985. I present to you Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Jesus. What is that?
Beth, we should go.
Millions of dollars worth of cocaine fell from the sky this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
No, don't eat that, don't eat that. Let's see what kind of effect that has on us.
The bear. It f***ing did cocaine. A bear did cocaine.
There was a bear.
A bear?
It was.
Hey, that's inappropriate.
Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
Kind of seems like the thing that stays with the man forever.
Apex predator. High on cocaine. Out of his mind.
So this story is a bear, and there was, I guess, somebody was trying to smuggle cocaine, and they dropped it out of a plane in a forest, and then a bear ate all the cocaine. And in this version of the movie, the bear goes on a cocaine-fueled killing spree.
Oh my Lord.
So the bear is on the search for blood and more cocaine, apparently. It's one of Ray Liotta's last films. Kerry Russell is in it. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is in it. And directed by Elizabeth Banks. Now, the real story that happened, because yes, there was a whole lot of cocaine dropped into a forest, and a bear did wind up eating all of the cocaine. But in real life, they don't think that the bear went on a killing spree, and that in real life, the bear just immediately OD'd.
Oh,
I know.
Story. Come on, man.
I know. They found what was left of the bear next to where all the cocaine was dropped, and so that's the real story. They don't know, what exactly happened, but they can, make an educated scientific guess that it did not go on a killing spree. However, I'm very much into seeing Cocaine Bear.
Me too. Yes.
I cannot wait for this film.
Sounds like chaos.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I guess last night was the night that Mars was one of the closest it's ever been to Earth. There's a lot of really cool pictures of Mars out there. I don't have a telescope in the city to see any of this stuff. But the pictures look super cool, man.
You have a telescope?
I do. Yeah, I have a telescope. Yeah, yeah.
You don't strike me as a telescope type of guy.
Why? Too tall? Too much bending?
No.
There's a lot of things I won't do in this world because of too much bending, Shem. But a telescope is not one of them. Mars was around 50 million miles away, or 80 million kilometers. I know that doesn't sound particularly close, especially if you have to bend over. But that is very close for Mars.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.